Hi, I'm Mel, the artist behind Melly Melly, and welcome to my channel. So, first of all, yes, we have a mic now, and second of all, yes, we are on the floor today. The reason we are on the floor is because the floor is the cleanest part of my working area right now, and I feel like that is very telling of just how my brain is. I feel like that my room reflects my brain. So if you don't know what's been happening in my little business lately, it has been insane. The month of May has been crazy. I think we have had a total of 4 to 5 events this month, and I am dying. And my room is very reflective of that because my room is a mess, and that's why we're on the floor today, because we're gonna do floor stuff since that is the only not crazy part of this area. Okay, now you're asking, Mel, what are we doing today? What are you preparing for? Well, if you read the title of the video, which most likely said that we are going to the Tacoma Community College Art Market, aka TCC Art Market. So this is TCC's second year running their art market, and it is open to the public, and I believe it's just held by the school itself, and I'm very excited that they let me in. I have no idea how this event's gonna go, but I am hopeful and I'm crossing my fingers because I do have a few new items, a little bit of new items to debut, and that are going to be at my next shop update when I determine where that is. But moving forward, we do have to prepare for that. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. Before we get to preparing, I do have some business things that I do want to take care of. And that first business thing that I want to take care of is organizing my point of sale. So I use the Square POS system, and how I've had it formatted and how I've been doing it has been very complicated, very complex, and not very efficient. So we are going to change that today. And they're like, Mel, why do you make everything so complicated? I'm like, I don't know. I'm just a complicated person, okay? But the way I have it, my Square POS setup is that it keeps track of every single item and every variation of that item. And I feel like that is not very efficient for in-person markets, especially when it gets busy, because what I've noticed is that I take forever to pack things and then to find it on my Square and then to take the order, and it's just not good. It's not good. So I'm going to fix that while I'm packing up for TCC. Instead, I'm just going to have a general item. It's going to be sticker, and then it's going to say sticker sheet, and it's going to say print, and it's going to say keychain. Just going to have the price, and you don't have to go looking for the item variations anymore. And that is going to make it more simple for me, more efficient for me, and also when I get proxies, because I do believe that I'm going to start needing proxies soon. Oh my gosh, it's just crazy. Life has been crazy. Sorry. Yeah, so instead of keeping track, I'm so sorry. So yeah, instead of keeping track of everything on my Square POS system, which is what a POS system is supposed to do, but I don't like doing that because it's inefficient for me. I would much rather manually count everything and then keep it tracked on my Excel sheet that I have made separately on my own time. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We are going to start my starting inventory, and then we are going to redo my Square POS system, and we are going to hope and pray that I don't crash and burn. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do. So I think we're going to get started. All right, so I'm all packed and ready to go. I'm so glad I got this done a week earlier, or else that would have taken me forever to do next week, which is a very busy week for me. I have everything written down on my Excel sheet. I've been using my laptop here, and I'm happy about that. I'm hoping that using this new system will be much more efficient for me. So I packed everything, all my um my stock into my big suitcase here, and then I have my setup. Oh my god, why did I forget? I have my setup and my grid cubes in this small one just to separate it so it's easier for me to do stuff. I also have a cute little thing. I've been working on my display, and so my display is gonna be very different than it usually is. But I hope that everything goes well at TCC Art Market. So I'm gonna see you guys when we go. All right, good morning, y'all. It is officially 9:25 and we are getting ready and setting up for the TCC Art Market. So I was thinking that instead of doing a little time lapse like I normally do, we are gonna chat and yap while I get this thing set up. So I'm gonna start talking to y'all. So for the TCC Art Market, I am gonna try a new setup. I mocked it in my room like 2 weeks ago. I don't remember anymore. I mocked it in my room a long time ago. And I want to see how this setup is compared to my other setups. I think it's going to be super cute. I really like the way it looks. I'll show you guys when I'm done, but I think it's going to be super cute. Okay. So, as you guys usually know, I usually am vending with a friend, but this time I'm vending alone. I think I might have some friends come visit me and maybe get me some food because I am so hungry. This morning, all I had was 2 pieces of toast with some butter on it because sometimes in the morning, I don't have an appetite. I don't know if anyone else relates to that, but sometimes I wake up and I don't want to eat anything, but then 2 hours later, I'm starving, and that's what's happening right now is that I'm freaking starving. But maybe I'll get some food right before the market starts. Also, sorry for so much noise. Everyone's getting ready. I know there's a mic, an isolation with this mic, but I've totally forgot how to use it, so I need to reread the manual again. But yeah, I'm gonna continue getting the setup. So the TCC Art Market is a relatively new event that happens at Tacoma Community College. Fun fact, I'm actually an alumni of TCC. I graduated here with my Associate of Arts, I think about in 2022. So the art market wasn't actually an event when I was at school. Also, when I was in school, we were just getting out of COVID, so that's also the issue. But what else? It seems to be relatively new. This is only their second year running, being only their second year taking place, and it seems to happen only once a year during the spring era. So that's the information I have. I'm doing an indoor table, but there are outdoor vendors. And yeah, my table was $50, and it's relatively cheap compared to other tables. And there is no special alumni pricing, but there is, I believe, special student pricing. So if you're a student, I think this is a great entry-level art market for you to do. And even if you're not a student, I think it is also a great entry-level art market to do compared to conventions and other art markets. Even the UW art market, if you're not a student, is pretty expensive. So I would keep those in mind. But I think this is a great market if you're just starting your art market journey. All right, so this is the setup so far. This is what I mocked up in my room. I did have to change some things because the table is a little smaller than I expected, but I think it's actually better with the smaller table. It's everything without the products right now. So I am gonna put my products on. I think I just put this upside down. Oh, okay. Yeah, I just put it upside down, but yeah. This is my setup right now. Oh, sometimes my lace irritates me because then I get things caught on it, but okay. Yeah, this is the setup so far. I think it's cute. I made that. I think it's adorable. It gives a little shop vibe, you know? I'm living my girl life, but yeah, I need to put some products on now. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I need a haircut because these are the because I was growing out my bangs, and I'm not gonna lie, they are overstimulating me. Like they keep getting in my face and then making me sneeze. So that's my situation right now. All right, so I'm officially done setting up everything and all the products. It is currently 10:42, and I'm listening to "I Need You," the urban remix for BTS. Apparently, because y'all need to know that. But yeah, so the market starts at 11, and it is 10:42. So I was gonna go get some food because I am starving. I'm so hungry, but I wanted to get McDonald's and get some chicken nuggets. But lunch doesn't start till 11 for McDonald's here, so I was like, well, I'll just starve a little more. But we'll see if I can get food because I'm hungry. Yep, so I'm gonna wait till the market starts. All right, so welcome back. It has been 3 hours? Yes, it's 2 o'clock right now into the market, and the market started at 11, and now it's been 3 hours, yes. And I'm kind of tired. I didn't have a lot of sleep last night. I slept at 3 in the morning, and I woke up at 6 in the morning, so that was my fault. I stayed up. I stayed up way too late, but doing some stuff. But yeah, so far, I've only had 2 sales, so it has been very, 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 very slow. And overall, there is no foot traffic, very, very little foot traffic, and so I'm kind of sleepy. I really wish I brought my Kindle so I could read. I've been reading Icebreaker, so if you know, you know, and if you don't know, don't look it up. But that's where I've been at so far, and I don't have a lot of big ticket items, so I don't know if I'm gonna make table back. And I have never not made table back, so it's gonna be a very first, especially for such like a small event. I was surprised I didn't even make table back, but it was only $50, and $50 is a lot, but compared to other events, not that bad. So I think I might just take the loss and leave it at that. So that's how I am right now. Also, Doobity Fruit came over and came by and said hello and bought me food. I thank the Lord to her blessed heart because I was not leaving this place anytime soon. I literally was going to sit here and I was like, I'm just going to starve. I did not have the time of day to like get out of my seat. I was like, I'm just gonna start. So yeah, I've just been drawing. I do wish I brought my Kindle so I could read some Icebreaker. And yeah, but that's all I have right now. But I might check back in later. I might not check back in later, depending if I fall asleep or not, because I'm dead. I didn't even have no caffeine today. Okay, I didn't drink coffee. Okay, I had a little bit of caffeine because like I take these vitamins I got from Costco, and they're the ones in like these little tubes. I forget, they're like Zippies. I don't remember the name of them. If you know them, you know them. They're like in these little tubes, and they have a little bit of caffeine in them, but yeah. That's the only caffeine I've had today, and I'm tired. I should have made myself a coffee. I have a coffee maker at home, and I usually make like a Vietnamese coffee at home because I have the fin drip, but I didn't because I don't know. I'm really out of it because I've only had 3 hours of sleep. So I'm done rambling. I'll check back with y'all. Maybe check back with y'all later. All right, so it is currently almost 4 o'clock. I don't know if you guys see that. It says 3:56, but yeah, it's almost 4 o'clock, and it has been very, very, very slow. I only got one other sale between the time that I last checked in with you guys, which I think was a 1 or 2-ish. So it's been about 1 to 2 more hours, and I've only got one other sale. So yeah, it has been extremely slow. When I do the end of the market cover, where I go over my sales and just go over how I felt about the market, I will let you guys know. I'll put some videos of how the crowd was been, but yeah, it's been okay. I don't even know if I made back table yet. I don't think I did. I would have to check my numbers again, but it has been pretty slow. I don't know if I will even make back table, but we'll see. But everyone's been nice. Like all the other vendors here are really sweet, and the host is like very sweet, and they want us to succeed and find success. But yeah, it's just been slow, and I'm just tired. I've been drawing a lot. I've been trying to transition into sticker sheets more than like acrylic keychains because I find that I'm just much better at drawing like sticker sheets in general and like doodles. I'm not good at art prints, but yeah, I'm going to start expanding my like OC world, but right now this is, I don't know if y'all can see this, what I have. It's one of my characters, but yeah, I'll talk to you guys later because I have a customer. All right, guys, the market is officially done. We're done. I've packed up, so I'm gonna say bye to TCC. Bye TCC, and it's time to go home. So I can't wait. I'm tired. That 3 hours of sleep messed me up. Hello, welcome to the after-market evaluation. I like to talk about my feelings about the market, how I would I get again, how much I made, etc., etc. First of all, I'm so sorry if you hear the cars driving by. I live on a very, very busy road, so there's no way I can make this totally silent, okay? Also, there's birds tripping out my window because apparently I'm Snow White. And third of all, yes, I do look beautiful today. Thank you. Thank you for telling me. I did my makeup today for once in my life. No, I'm going out to the farmer's market, so I'm trying to get this video done fast because I was supposed to get it done last week, but I was lazy and I got tired, and I'm graduating next week, so I was very busy. Yes, thank you. Thank you. I already hear the congratulations. I am graduating. But ignore everything else that's happening right now. We need to start talking about the TCC art market. Also, one last thing. Look at my nails. They're so cute. They're My Little Pony themed. I don't know if y'all can really tell. Oh, yeah. But yeah, that's one last thing I had to tell you before we get talking about the market. Alright, so let's get into the nitty gritty. So the TCC art market, or also the Tacoma Community College art market, in 2025 was held on May 31st, and it ran from 11 to 5, I'm pretty sure. Yes, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. And the table for indoor table, if you were a non-student, was $50. There was no alumni pricing, unfortunately, because I am an alumni. But for students, I believe it was either $20 or $25 for the indoor table. Now there were outdoor spots, but I didn't want to deal with an outdoor spot for a one-day little thing, so I just chose indoor. Now you're wondering, how much money did you make, Mel? How much money? I did not make that much. I made $57. Now, if we do a little math, let me subtract my table fee, which was $50. I made $7 for 11 to 5 p.m., which is 6 hours. So this market was very much a dud for me. Now, will I be doing this market again? Most likely not, unless they change a few things, because there was virtually no foot traffic at all, and it was just not good for me at all. So I think one of the issues that contributed, I think the major issue that contributed to like the lack of foot traffic was that it was held on a Saturday, and if you've ever gone to a community college, you don't want to go to school on a Saturday. You know, like there's no classes, there's no reason for you to be there, and everyone's commuting, so there's not really any people on campus in the first place. So if this was held on even a Friday, but I feel like kind of midweek, so like Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, it would have been much more successful, as students are, you know, walking into class, coming out of class, and students are actually there. Versus like a Saturday, which there's like no students there because no one wants to be on campus at a community college on a Saturday. So I think that's one of the major issues why there was no foot traffic, was just because it was held on a weekend and no one wants to be at school on the weekend. I think this is very small, but another issue in my opinion was that there's virtually no advertising. There was a post on their Instagram, on the school's Instagram, but it was more up to the artists or like the vendors themselves to advertise that they'll be at the market and that there was a market. So I think that's one of the big issues, was that there's no advertising, and so the community didn't really know. Overall, all the other vendors are really sweet, and the people who host the TCC art market are really nice. Unfortunately, I just probably won't go again next year unless they change a few things, like maybe hold it on a weekday instead of a weekend. But I don't have much to say about this art market. It was kind of like meh, you know. I'm happy I made the table, and I'm happy I made $7, you know. That's like a boba drink. But there's just not much for me. I wish it went a little better, of course I do, but what can you do? Life is like that sometimes. Yeah, overall, I don't have much to say. Sorry for being so late on the vlog. I try to post every other Monday, but I was really busy. I was really busy. I'm graduating. Thank God. But yeah, I guess I want to say thank you for watching the video. Once again, I always appreciate those who support me in any way possible, even if you're just watching, liking, subscribing, even if you're just liking my Instagrams and my TikToks. I really appreciate it. You don't necessarily have to buy from me to support me, so thank you so much for watching. Sorry for such a botched vlog. I tried to make it as interesting as possible, but the market just wasn't that interesting, unfortunately. I do hope much success for those who do plan to go to the market next year. I do still stand. I do stand by that it's a good entry level market since it is pretty cheap, especially if you're a student. If you're a student, I highly recommend that you try it out and try see if you even like markets in the first place. But unfortunately, it wasn't for me. Probably won't go next year. I'll give it a few years. But yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for supporting me.